Welcome to the Activated Storyteller's 15th podcast. Today's date is September 28th, 2006.
This week's story is Zoro, the Flying Apprentice. It's a folktale from Italy.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Zephyr.
And I'm Kimberly.
And we're the Activated Storytellers.
Today, we are podcasting from Seattle, Washington. Every day we're in a new town because we travel full-time, but don't worry. You can keep up with us online at www.activated-storytellers.com, where you can read our travel journals and daily journal or blog.
Okay, now we're recuperating from a marathon bike ride that we took on Sunday. And when I say marathon, I am fully justified in using that word because a marathon race was how long? 26 miles. And that's how far we rode there and back.
Well, actually, it was 27 and a half or maybe even 28 because I didn't start keeping track until a little bit after we were into the ride.
And somehow, Mom managed to get us on the bike route that goes uphill all the way both ways. I know it's physically impossible, but it happened.
Hey, it's Seattle. What other way are you going to go but up?
It was a great ride. We started out in Bellevue, Washington, and rode across two bridges, first into Mercer Island, and then into Seattle, where we searched for something to eat.
And actually, on the way over to Seattle, we got to go on the floating bridge.
Which is called the floating bridge because it floats.
Okay, and then the day before that, we went to the Museum of Flight in Seattle, near the Seattle airport, actually.
And at the Museum of Flight, they have things that fly, including the flying car, which is not supposed to exist. Everyone thought by 2000s we would have these cars that fly around, and we don't. Well, actually, we do. They haven't been mass-produced, but there has been such a thing invented as an AeroCar. And what I found more fascinating than that is what they call an X-Jet. It's a personal transportation device, kind of like a personal plane, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's not even a plane. It just looks like a podium, like you would stand in front of to make a speech. It has no wings, no propellers, and it's still. They built the prototype in 1974. And
I didn't know it was that old.
Yes, but even though it's that old, it's still not really. It's still in the experimental stages. But they have a film clip showing how it was used in tests, and it looks as if it operates very effectively and efficiently. So I don't know why it hasn't been produced yet.
Well, it may not be safe.
I'd like to have one of those. From the way it works, from what I understand, is that there's a jet engine, not a huge full-size one, but a jet engine inside the sort of podium-like thing where you're standing, and then it sort of pushes against the ground and causes you to go up. It can go up to like 60 miles an hour, though, and it can go pretty high, too.
Yes, well, I understand that it can go up to 10,000 feet high, which I think is amazing for a little device. I wouldn't want to be up that high in it, but really amazing.
And wasn't it controlled by your weight, whether you lean one way or the other?
Right. The operator controls movement by just leaning subtly, which is also very scary, I think. But we had no idea that such a thing existed until we saw this.
Yeah, Museum of Flight was a rather fascinating place. They had a ton of airplanes, of course, and they have Air Force One, which you can go on and take a tour of. They have a Concorde jet, which was the fastest jet ever. I think, what was the time you could make it from London?
It was from New York to Paris. It went from New York to Paris in
I think it's a little under 3 hours, if I remember right.
Somewhere around there.
And you could do a biplane ride if you'd like to. Of course, that's extra. And they have the original Boeing factory there. And Boeing is pretty big here in Seattle. The original Boeing factory, you can see where they actually made the planes out of wood and canvas.
And they also exhibited a type of plane. This wasn't the specific plane, but a type of plane in which I believe two fellows involved flew this plane without stopping for just about a month.
Wow. A month in the air. Oh.
Yes, the reason this was just a publicity stunt they did, obviously, but they were able to do it by having another plane fly up to them and fuel with a hose while they were flying, and they had food and mail and other things delivered to them in the air by a rope.
Okay, so they've got the airplane car, right? And what I want to know is, when are they going to invent the motorhome? with wings. That's what I want.
That can tow a trailer that flies.
Yeah, that'd be great. Wouldn't it? We could get all around the country with wings. That'd be great.
Yes, now, we weren't in time to catch a special exhibit coming up at the museum about Leonardo da Vinci. That opens, I believe, October 1st.
Yes, October 1st. They've got a special exhibit coming up at the Museum of Flight. They have, of course, all of his paintings. Mostly, I think the exhibit is going to focus on his inventions. Because Leonardo da Vinci designed flying machines, robots, submarines, underwater breathing gear, and he was a fascinating character. He did so much and with such little formal education.
Yeah, I remember reading a letter that he wrote as a job application once to some royal person, and he mentioned all the things that he could do. He could construct all these devices, these war machines, and so on. And kind of as a footnote, he said, oh, and by the way, I can also paint portraits if there's any need for that.
And of course, the Museum of Flight's interested mostly in his flying machines. And that, I believe, leads us to our next story. Our story today is Zoro, the Flying Apprentice.
Long ago in Italy, a very poor mother brought her troublesome boy to be an apprentice with a master artist.
Now you come along.
Let go of my ear.
Quiet.
Yep, what do you want?
Excuse me, this child of mine, I believe that he would be of great service to you. Get back here!
Well, I don't know. I've got one apprentice already. And...
He's a very good boy. Very good, very well behaved.
I don't want to be an apprentice.
He does want to be. He's very interested in your
Let go!
His name is Salai, and he'll do the best work for you, I promise. Goodbye.
Well, I guess that's a quick business transaction. All right, come along, Salai. Meet your fellow worker here. Zoro.
Yes, master.
Zoro, this is Salami.
Salai.
All right, Salai.
Nice to meet you, Salai. How do you do? We're going to be the best of friends.
The pleasure's yours, I'm sure.
All right, you two get busy and clean out some paintbrushes. Oh, and Salai, you see that room over there? That's my private studio. Never go in there, okay?
Okay.
Come along. We got to get the buckets and fill them up with water, and then we get the brushes and wash them all out. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, enjoy.
One day, the master was about to go to town to buy some supplies. Zoro.
Yes, master.
I can't find my money that I usually keep in my desk here. Do you know what happened to it?
No, master, but I'll look for it, of course.
I know I'm getting kind of forgetful. I may have...
No, it's not over here.
Maybe Salai can help you, too. Hey, Salai.
Yeah?
Why are you jingling when you walk?
I'm in a jingly mood. I don't know.
What have you got there? Let me see this. My bag of gold. What are you doing with it?
Well, there was a green goblin, and he flew in the window, and he dropped all of this gold in my pocket.
All right, you two get busy sorting those rags out, and Zoro.
Yes, master.
Keep an eye on him.
Yes, master.
So the master, whose name was Leonardo, went to town, and Salai and Zoro were busy working when...
Hey, Zoro, you ever wonder what's in that room?
You mean the master's secret room that we're not supposed to go in?
I don't remember him saying anything about that.
Oh, yes, he says it all the time. We're not allowed to go in.
What's that?
What in the world is that?
It looks like a giant paper bird. I think I know what this is for.
What?
Well, if you were to tie someone up under here, then maybe they could fly.
Fly?
Come on, let's try it out. You're the only one small enough to fit under there.
Me? But I couldn't possibly.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, think how happy the master would be when he sees you flying.
Well, okay.
Now, come on, let's go try it on that hill over there by the river. Come on, let's go.
All right.
So they carried the paper bird, which was Da Vinci's new flying machine, experimental flying machine, up the mountain and tried it out.
All right. Now, strap you in under there, and I think I've got it. Okay, ready? 1, 2.
Wow! I'm flying. I'm like a bird. Oh, ow.
Well, Zoro got some bruises and a couple of broken bones, and the flying machine got quite a bit of broken bones, and the master was not very happy. All right, who's responsible for this?
He did it.
I'm sorry, Master.
You're responsible for this?
Well, I did agree to go.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your fine experiment you did here. You know, it was kind of dangerous, but you proved that this wouldn't work, and I think I have an idea why, so I'm going to change my design.
You are?
See, I told you this was a good idea.
Yes, I'm going to change my design. I think I know how it'll work now. Good work. And since your leg is broken, I guess Salai's got to do a lot more work around here for a while.
Me?
Yep, you. Come along, let's go while Zoro recuperates. Come on.
Let go of my ear!
And that's the story of Zoro, the Flying Apprentice.
Now, this may have really happened, we don't know, or it may have been inspired by the Greek legend of Icarus.
There is a version of this story that you can get in a book. It's called Leonardo and the Flying Boy.
This is Banned Book Week, and you can visit your local library and see and check out some of the books that have been banned for different reasons through the years, and you won't believe it. Let me give you some of the books that have been banned for different reasons. Animal Farm, Black Boy, Dr. Zhivago, The Grapes of Wrath, I Am the Cheese, The Arabian Nights, 1984, The Rights of Man, The Bible, The Koran, Uncle Tom's Cabin, To Kill a Mockingbird, and so on. Now, what's really ironic about this list is that some of these books deal with the freedom of expression.
It wasn't one of the books that was banned, Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes?
Yes, Don Quixote. Just about any good book you can name has been banned at some time or other.
And the irony of Don Quixote is that we're actually doing a production of Don Quixote right now. In fact, we have some shows of that coming up.
Yes, we do. We have shows coming up in Brookings, Oregon, and Rancho Cordova, which is near Sacramento. We're in Brookings, Oregon on October 11th at 7 o'clock. There'll be a show for the family, and we'll be doing Alias Don Quixote, is our version of Don Quixote. It's a musical. And on the 19th, we are going to be performing in Sacramento at the Rancho Cordova Library. And you can check our website and get the details about that.
Don't expect to see the whole Don Quixote because that book is many thousands of pages, and we sort of had to take our favorite parts and cram it all into 45 minutes.
Yes, but you will see fighting windmills and sword scenes, a little bit of dancing, singing, and a whole bunch of entertainment.
For this week, I think we're about out of time. So, we are the Activated Storytellers, and we will see you next week.
And everyone do your civic duty and go read a banned book.
The Activated Storytellers perform at schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use American Sign Language, physical comedy, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring the stories to life. For booking information, check our website at www.activated-storytellers.com, where you can also find out when the Activated Storytellers will be performing near you. Read a story or order one of our audio CDs. Until next time.